Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and today I'm using Jamie Sawyer's Path Tarot, and I'm also going to use her little Lenormand deck as well. So let me get the cards shuffled. And let's allow for reversals here. Okay. And this reading is for Sunday, September 26th, 2021. Hope you guys are having a really good weekend. Of course, you know, this video will come out on Saturday because I'm always allowing for my friends in Australia, in the UK, in South Africa, and anywhere else that's in a time zone much greater than mine, where they live in the future for me. So let's dive into the future and see how it will be for September 26, 2021, and what it is that we need to know in order to heal, in order to experience ourselves in who we truly are. Okay, right there. So we'll do 3 cards. Okay, so it looks like we have the 7 of Pentacles reversed, the 9 of Swords, and the Page of Swords. Okay. I love the artwork on this deck. It's just, and it's really easy to shuffle. Okay, so let's move these here and here. And let's put some cards in between, get a little more information here. Oh, and I flipped the deck over when I was setting it down, and I noticed we have the Lovers reversed and the 3 of Cups reversed. Okay, so I'll bring that in afterwards, because that's actually really important. Okay, but let's do 5 cards here. Alrighty. The Fish, and the Child. Maybe somebody's having trouble with lots of kids. If you have a lot of children in your family. Yeah. Okay, and there's a man involved, but now this could just be that, and especially when it's a general reading, you know, for everyone. What I do is read it as the active, consciousness in our psychology and bodies and souls, and then we have the book. Okay, so the 9 of Swords here is our theme. So this could simply just be waking up with a headache, or waking up with a nightmare, or not being able to sleep the night before. And it might be because kids woke you up, right? Those things happen when you have kids. That happens all the time. Or not all the time, but often. And with the book hanging down below, I have a feeling it could have something to do with like something that was hidden from whether it's a child or us, who woke up with a bad dream or had trouble going to sleep. Something that's been hidden previously. If it's us, it would be from childhood, that is trying to bubble up from under, the subconscious, and trying to come up to make it so that we can make it conscious, so that we can clear it out, so that we can go, wait, is that real? Is that true? Because when it comes to dreams, a lot of times dreams will show us our fears. Other times they'll show us our false beliefs. Other times they'll show us things that actually happened in the past that we're trying to clear out. When they're really negative dreams, it's usually that we are clearing them out, unless they're repetitive. If they're reoccurring dreams, and it's usually when they're reoccurring dreams, it's an issue that you haven't been able to resolve yet. And that usually has to do with facing a fear. So if that's what's happening, allow yourself to go through whatever you need to go through. Because the Nine of Swords can sometimes be about trauma from the past. And of course, once we let go of our busy day and we're falling asleep, our ego that wants to hold things down, or our active brain that wants to be in charge, will often will hold things down during the day, and then you lay down at night and it's like, oh, and you're trying to go to sleep and you didn't realize so many things were bothering you. Or you actually fall asleep, but you wake up with these, nightmares. So if it's anxiety, that would be a low-level fear that needs to be faced. If it's insomnia, we might have to look at things we've been eating. Maybe we had, coffee too soon before bed, or, like within 6 hours or so of bedtime. A lot of people do that, and that can be troubling. Or any other type of stimulants like that. Or just too much screen time and not letting go, before bed. So sometimes it's about rearranging, your lifestyle a little bit to allow to actually promote, healthy sleep, which is, of course, cutting down the light and stuff like that, like making sure your room's really dark. Because if there's lights around in your room, it's just not going to work too well for falling asleep anyway. So let's look at with adding in the Seven of Pentacles reversed. That brings in something where we haven't invested our life force into the material realm that we need to address. So this is why, because see the sun here, and the head's close to it in this, in this reversal. This is where I get the idea that, like, if it's an issue with going to sleep, falling asleep, definitely make sure you've got darkness in your room. Close things up, or get blackout blinds if you need. Do whatever it is that, like maybe you've got like a street light near you or something. Make sure that and if you have to, until you can get blackout blinds, throw up a sheet over the, if you have a rod. If you don't have a curtain rod, get some, what do you call, stick pins and, or little tiny push pins, whatever. They don't mess up your walls too bad, but get something on the windows. Do whatever you have to do to make that room dark, make your bedroom dark, make your sleeping area dark, peaceful, and as cool as possible. We actually sleep really well at around 66 to 68 degrees and more with a, heavy blanket if you need to stay warm, but to have the air cooler. You can Google this stuff. It's all there. So anything to promote good sleep will prevent this. If it's an issue with dream time coming up, it's good to have the book opened, like the Akashic records of your soul. It's good to have those things opened so that you can heal them. With the doggy here, it's all about healing. So think rationally about what it is that needs to be healed, and know that you have therapists that are available. If people like me you can call, you can book a session with. You have friends you can talk to. The dog is about friends, therapists, loyalty, protection. So again, that message about protecting your sleep time, treating your sleep time as just as much or more important than your waking time. And I say that because I've learned myself that if you don't sleep well, your health will suffer, the rest of your life will suffer, and everybody knows what that's like, especially if you've been woken up by kids, right? A lot of times, the fish can sometimes bring in a lot of times. On another level, if we just look at just the images, we do have a cup here, and the fish can be alcohol. Alcohol before bedtime or anytime. Well, kind of, it's weird because it's a depressant and it does make you want to fall asleep. But then if you're younger, when you first have it, there's so much sugar in it that it usually gets you going, right? But then a couple hours later, once it hits your liver, then there's the depressant, and it can bring in depression. And when it comes to sleep, it disturbs your sleep. If you wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning after you've been drinking, that's your liver trying to, well, usually 3 in the morning is when if you follow Chinese medicine, there's a wheel that tells the different times of the day and night that your body goes through different things. 3 a.m. is when our liver is clearing. So if it's overwhelmed from something we drank, then it can cause us to wake up and, So if that's the case, you just drink a bunch of water and take note that your body's not tolerating alcohol like it used to. There's that possibility. And if it was just, too much drinking, think logically for how to heal it, right? And then with the Page of Swords here, then just move on. But take note, and if you're in a vicious circle around anything like that, like not having the lights out dark enough, if drinking has happened or coffee has happened, whatever was in this cup, and I'll read this on another level too, but I just want to finish this train of thought here. Think logically about what you need to do to heal the situation, and dive into if there's some unconscious stuff that needs to go with it as well. Like, if it's drinking, like why, all that. Do we really need it? That kind of thing. At the expense of our health and our sleep. And then, make the clear-cut decisions as to, what you want to do about it. Because the Page of Swords is all about making decisions and planning, and it can be very inspiring. It's like, clear-cut. I need to go this way. I need to do this. And I especially love here the way it's all surrounded by purple. I love that. So now on this other level, the child card means something new. It can mean the child, and in this image, it can be this cup, right? And then, because when you read cards, one layer of reading, one level of reading is always the images. But the traditional meaning of the child card, besides being a child, has to do with something new, some new beginning, or something small. So on another level, and this would be a purely physical level, and this could be a lesson for any of us, I've had to go through it myself, if I did not nurture myself enough during the day by drinking enough water, fish is water, and drinking the cup, I will wake up with a headache. Because if you're dehydrated, our brains are like 90, they run on, I think it's like 90-something percent carbs, and they need 90% something, water. Like if we're on a really low carb diet, like extremely low, you can have headaches, and especially if you're not drinking enough water. But I think you can get enough carbs with vegetables. But anyway, yeah. So sometimes keto diets will do that if you're like trying to go zero carb, and our brains do need carbs. They just do. The rest of our body runs on proteins, but proteins and I guess, other things, all the essential fatty acids and amino acids and all of that, of course. But our brains And, she's holding her head here, right? It's like, oh my goodness, what did I do? There's regret. Or what am I trying to learn? And it's very body-oriented, but brain-oriented. So there's that. So yeah, something small. Maybe the problem here, because we have problems here and here, we have all kinds of help and support and clarity at the end, but we do have problems here and here. The fish is a good card when it comes to, abundance, but this card minimizes it, makes it smaller, because this is something, no, it could be a new abundance, could be new abundance after, like this is here to help us get through this, a new level of abundance, to help us get through this time. This could be on another level, this could be if we go through the awareness of the trauma that has been holding us back and what that was secret to us in the past, hidden to us in the past. Once we open that all up and get the healing support that we need, or we go through the healing, then this can be a new start on levels of abundance. Because it's the way the universe works. It's always trying to bring us everything that we need. But, with the Seven of Pentacles reversed, we really have to be patient. These two cards right here absolutely have to do with anxiety. And so be careful about bringing any new anxiety around money. Like, let that go. We can't create money, we can't create abundance from lack. We have to be in that abundant state consciously. Abundance here, support here. We have to be in the abundant state internally to bring it in, to bring in more. If we're focusing all the time on what we don't have, we'll just get more of that. So, okay, so now with the Lovers, should bring it up right so you can see the image first. So with the Lovers reversed, when that comes to reverse, the meaning of that card is the need for self-love. And the Three of Cups reversed, that also brings in that level of, this is again that message of not to worry about abundance. Turn it all around and be grateful for everything that you have in your life, and then everything will work out. It's being grateful that changes everything. Forgiveness and gratitude, really, really, those are the two biggest things that can shift our levels of abundance the most quickly. And that's because when you open up to your gratitude, then you're opening up to your own abundance. When you look around in your life and you look at all the little things you're grateful for, even if it's just looking out the window and seeing some beauty, no matter what's going on, or going inside and finding your own self-love and your own inner beauty, there you go. That shifts reality right there, and then you create abundance. And then forgiveness, of course, if we're holding grudges and we're resentful, or we're holding resentment towards somebody, that defeats the purpose of receiving. And what we want to do is receive. Yeah. Okay, well, that's all I have to say for today. Sorry it was a long video. I probably drew too many cards, but I think we got clear on something here. And I hope this was helpful. Okay, thanks, you guys. Take good care. Bye.